I see Jean-Marc is in the chat. People are talking about
awesome
D&D things. Is in the chat.
Hello.
I'm just messing around, waiting.
All right, stream is live. What's up, everybody? How you doing?
Hello, streamies.
Hello, my live streamers. All right, so today is August 18th.
Welcome back, Jeremy.
Thanks. Yeah, I have been traveling like a crazy person for the month of August. This is literally the only Tuesday in August that I'm going to be anywhere near my office in an ability to stream. Because I've been traveling. I was at Gen Con, as everybody knows. Then last week I was at a sort of an industry event called Casual Connect in San Francisco, showing off the game to some possible publishing partners. And we were in the Indie Prize Showcase. We didn't win anything. Sad trombone. But it was an honor just to be nominated, I guess. So it was good.
We won a booth.
Yeah, exactly. We won the ability to come for free, which is always awesome because those shows like Gen Con and PAX, those, to get a badge, aside from like having to, with PAX, like have to wait in a lottery system, or Gen Con, have to travel to Indianapolis, those shows are like 50, 60, 70 bucks for a ticket. A show like Casual Connect or GDC, those are industry events. So for those of you who don't know, a ticket just to get in the door is usually like anywhere from $500 to like $1,500, because they're way smaller attendance and they have to pay for a lot more per person. But so we won basically 2 free tickets to go to Casual Connect for each $500. So that wasn't nothing, and we were very excited to go. Plus, a lot of the games that were there were also really cool. The one that won, sort of swept the awards, won a bunch of stuff, is called Hue. And it's where you play as it's basically a platformer, but its sort of central conceit is changing the color of the world to do things, and it was really cool. It was really well designed. The game is a bit loud versus our voices. Is that what you're saying? All right, I can fix that.
They're saying the game is loud. You can barely hear Jeremy, and Twitch is rubbish.
Barely hear Jeremy. All right, let's see. I can maybe update this.
Can barely hear the sultry sounds of your voice.
Yes. What about if I talk right into the microphone? Is that better?
Sounds the same to me, but I'm not your target audience, am I?
That is true. All right, let me. Yeah, I haven't streamed in like almost a month now, so it's possible that I'm forgetting a step to try and get my things here.
They say there we go.
All right.
So whatever you did 20 seconds ago.
Yeah, I think that was changing the adjustment, but now I'm talking directly into the microphone.
Changing the music helped tremendously.
Awesome.
So, you might have not adjusted the music down.
Yeah, I think it used to be that the music was like really, really low and the effects volume just a bit higher. So I put it back to that, and hopefully that'll be good. Multiplayer beta, is it open yet? It's not. It's not open yet, but
it's close.
Oh, it's so close, people. Oh, my goodness. Seriously, check your spam filters this week, because I think it's probably, I'd say 90% possible, maybe even more, that it's going to go live this week. So just make sure you get your emails, because that's going to be how you find out how to get in it. So
that's right. We are very excited to have you guys play.
Yes.
It's just about ready.
So I actually didn't get to see much of the stream last night, unfortunately, so I didn't see how much of the UI. I actually hadn't played the game in its current iteration for a while because, the version that I take with me to these shows is a really specific version with, like, the tutorial and other stuff, and we weren't playing the multiplayer. So I came home to a lot of extra cool stuff. So, like, one specific thing is this. So this is, as you can see, that's my, I'm usually the Handelabra guy, but now everybody knows my real Steam name. That's me, Lateralis, or Lateralis 360. And so this is at least our current iteration of the icon sort of avatar selection UI here. So we got a bunch of Fnatic things. It looks like you can choose, sort of the original card, some of the video game art, Nemesis icons. There's all sorts of cool options here. And I believe this is probably not going to be the sum total of them, right, John? Like, we're going to probably add to these over time maybe or something?
Definitely be adding to them over time. and some of them you'll need to have unlocked variants or,
Yes.
do other achievements or things like that. So if you'll definitely be able to have sort of a badge of honor by having these things.
Yeah, and actually, I can fast forward and show that we actually have a very special one for the Candelabra team, but I'm sure you'll see that if you are lucky enough to play with us in multiplayer. But I think tonight I'm actually just going to go ahead and do Power Armor Baron Blade, because...
Well, you will see it, because I have the Candelabra logo
Yes, John
for
has the
myself.
Candelabra, so let's see. What's a good color?
And there's an exclusive Candelabra color.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah.
Fancy schmancy. Yeah, I think I'm going to do just red in honor of the glowing of his dome there. All right. So, is this your game, the Freedom 5 429?
That is it.
All right, I'm going to join up.
I think you have the Candelabra red.
Oh, is that the one? Yeah, nice. Good. Excellent.
So you would have enjoyed last week, because for our second game, we played a game against Advanced Plague Rat with including Dark Watch Mr. Fixer and Unity, and it was just like do as much damage as fast as possible.
Awesome.
We almost won too. It was like super damage all the time, because that's against Plague Rat. That's kind of how to win. But we didn't quite make it.
Much. All right, so I think we're gonna do probably like a 2 and 2 each tonight.
Sure. So
All
I just picked some random stuff, but if there's something you want to play in particular.
Nope, that's fine. We landed in Realm of Discord, which is my current absolute favorite environment, not only because of its music, but also I'm actually kind of digging its mechanics as well. So I like the way the distortions can kind of mess up everything.
Cool.
So let's see here. Any thoughts on heroes? I know everybody always likes to just hit random and go, but I don't know.
Well, I'm going for Darkwatch Night Mist
Excellent.
to start with. We want to go Advanced Citizen Dawn?
Sure.
Okay. On Advanced Citizen Dawn, on the front side, she increases the damage dealt by citizens by 1, which includes herself, so you have to watch out for that. And on the other side, it's H plus 1 citizens to get her to flip back instead of H minus 1.
So if we play 4, that means she's got to get 5 citizens.
That's right. So 4 extra citizens, that is.
Yeah, back in play.
All right, well, why don't you pick a hero, and then I'll pick a hero that I feel goes well.
Yeah, ever since Jen told us that she loved Tempest, I've been playing more Tempest, and I've really been enjoying it. So
Tempest is super great.
I'll do a Tempest.
Very cool. So I find heroes that go really well with Tempest are Legacy for his damage buffs.
Yep.
And the Argent Adept, because Tempest has lots of different powers to use, and Argent Adept can help him use them more often. But I'm going to go with Legacy, I think. But I'm going to take the sort of combo of those and use Greatest Legacy.
Excellent. And actually, I'm going to go ahead and do, as I hear the chat talking about, I'm actually going to bring out a Visionary, but I think I'm going to go with Dark Visionary. So she gets to reveal the top 2 cards of deck, put 1 on top, 1 on the bottom. Her regular is draw 2 cards, discard 1. She can pick anyone to do that. I think we're going to stick with the Dark Visionary variant on this one.
This is a pretty awesome team.
This is a pretty awesome team.
Can we possibly lose?
Well, yes, we can. Yep, there it is. Whoa, chat? In multiplayer? Yes, so there will be voice chat at some point in the game, but there will also be text chat. And if you are participating in the public beta, it's unlikely that, and by unlikely I mean impossible, that voice chat will be in the first release of multiplayer. So,
that's right. But it's something we want to do at some point. It's difficult, but it's something we want to do. We'll probably look and see what other third-party libraries or services we can use to help achieve that. But text chat is in there, which is important. All right, let's ready up and battle Citizen Dawn.
Zealous offense!
I like when I was playing Citizen Dawn against Ra earlier, and it's like, she's like, I have the power of the sun. And Ra's like, no, I have the power of the sun.
Take that.
It's my son.
All right, let's see what we got here. Night Mist starts with a Call Forth, Elder Ring, Mistbound, Oblivion. Tempest has
this offense.
Chain Lightning, Electrical Storm, Otherworldly Resilience, and Reclaim from the Deep. Greatest Legacies, starting with Danger Sense, Fortitude, Lead from the Front, and Motivational Charge. And then Dark Visionary's got a Mental Divergence, Mind Spike, Psychic Maelstrom, and Rest the Mind. Rest the Mind could come in handy. All right, start game. All right, we start off right off with a Citizen Hammer. That's a broad damage dealer. And then Citizen Autumn. This is related to... Oh, and we got Anvil.
Hammer and Anvil.
Hammer and Anvil.
The worst characters. Definitely based on the worst
Adam.
people in the world.
Not fun.
And yeah, and they're getting +1 from Citizen Dawn's Advanced. So that's pretty bad. Yeah, quite a lot of citizen damage off the bat.
Yeah. You wanted to know if
and we don't even have absolute 0. Sorry?
You said you asked, could we possibly lose?
We can possibly lose.
Yes.
Chain Lightning will come in handy.
Yeah.
So Citizen Anvil is going to be reducing damage dealt to citizens by 1, which is pretty rough. What I'm thinking of doing, well, let's see. We could Mistbound and stop Citizen Dawn from doing anything worse on her turn. And then try to set up for a good Oblivion next turn.
So on Advanced and or in general on Citizen Dawn, are we thinking that the goal should be flip her and then flip her back? Or are we working with Visionary? Are we trying to manage the citizens that go into the trash so that we can keep her from flipping at all?
Generally, I try to avoid having her flip at all.
Yeah.
Because if she does flip, it can be really... Unless you happen to be like somewhere with a meteor storm like Mars base, it can be really difficult to survive.
Getting all the citizens back out. Yeah.
Yeah, because like, you just end up with a lot of stuff happening. Yeah, so it'd be nice to destroy all of these citizens that are all bad ones.
Yeah.
We could go for the Oblivion. That is the first turn potentially, that could wipe the board. It could also do nothing except hurt us. What do you think? How do you feel?
I mean, Oblivion does a lot of damage, and I like a lot of damage. So if we want to stay with... Yeah, exactly. Blind ante on that Oblivion.
All right. The thing is, with Dark Watch Night Mist, you don't have to do Blind Oblivions except on the first turn.
Right.
All right, I'm going to play it, and we'll see what happens.
It's going to be double 4s.
2 and 4.
All
actually,
right.
That's okay.
That'll do.
If it was 1 and 1, it'd be like, okay, it only hurts us.
Yeah.
All right, so that's going to go ahead and hit us all, or at every target for 2 damage, which is reduced on their side. And they're still going to get reduction on the second hit. But it will take out a couple.
Yeah, it will take out at least one of them.
2 of them, Hammer and Winter.
Nice.
And then, actually, Tempest will be able to finish off those citizens.
Yeah, and just to check it again, we need to get how many in the trash? You flip
it's always
5 or more. Okay, 5
It's
or
always
more.
5.
Got it.
But with Visionary, we can help keep that from happening.
Yeah, she didn't start with a brain burn, did she?
She didn't, but...
Okay.
All right, I'm attuning my aura, and I have a very uninteresting top. I think I'm going to grab that Mistfield Recovery for my draw and leave a 4 on top, which won't really matter, but... All right, Tempest.
All right, so Tempest did start with a Chain Lightning, which will get rid of the other 2. Right?
Yeah, I would personally go for Chain Lightning, get rid of them, and then we can start building up.
Yeah, and actually, if I Chain Lightning and hit Anvil first, that he'll be gone, and then his damage reduction will leave. So then I'll hit Citizen Dawn with the 3.
Yep.
And then save the 2 for Autumn, and there we go. Who says we can't wipe the board? I don't think anybody said that.
Not with these characters. There's some heavy hitters. The first 2 are heavy hitters, and they're backed up by Legacy and...
Yeah.
All right, so I think, actually, since we've been taking so much damage, I'm going to be Jerk Legacy for a little bit.
Yeah, do it.
At least until you get Cleansing Downpour. So I'm going to have Legacy use a power himself and Motivational Charge. So that's going to do some damage, plus give a solid hit point.
Until you have, what's it called?
The Legacy Ring?
Not the ring. What's the one that is his replacement for Galvanize?
Oh.
Not Motivation Charge.
Inspiring Presence.
Inspiring Presence. That's the one I'm thinking of. Yeah, well, once you get that out, we'll be good to go. All right, so let's see. I can't rest the mine because there's nothing out. I guess I could Mind Spike.
I wouldn't do that.
Destroy 1 ongoing card, take 1 ongoing from my hero trash, and put on the top of the hero's deck. Yeah, I think I'm going to get Mental Divergence out. And then I've got it. And then you have it. And then let's see here. So do we want to...
Yeah, I would look at her deck to see what she's going to come out with.
I'm going to Turmoil Citizen Dawn.
Hey, look. The thing we don't want, Return with the Dawn.
Yeah, so Luminous Leadership, each citizen regains 1 HP. That's not great, but it's definitely better than Return with the Dawn.
Yeah, I'll take that card any day. Over Return with the Dawn, which basically brings out citizens, which then typically act immediately, right?
I do have to apologize to the chat. You are correct. I just had the option to do damage, and I did not.
That's right. What's wrong with you, Jeremy?
I know.
I thought you were going to Mind Spike.
That was my first impulse, but I was like, you know what? I chose Visionary for a reason, and so I'm going to try and play her to her strength. I got Tempest. Believe me, Tempest is going to scratch my damage-dealing itch. All right. Which of your people wants to take this?
Night Mist can take it. All right, I'm going to call forth to find some sweet relics.
Sweet, sweet relics. Tempest is pretty best.
And now I can organize the top of my deck again. Since it's been shuffled, I might get some more interesting things. I would like a Master of Magic for my draw, so that's going to go on the very top. And the Mist form can be, we'll have a 3 and a 2. Okay. Thing I really like with this Dark Watch Night Mist is once you get Heedless Lashes going, you can basically decide what you're going to play next turn. Or what you're going to play with that Heedless Lash, which is really nice.
Yep. All right, so Tempest has an Electrical Storm, but I also have this Flash Flood, which can let me get rid of that Portal Fiend. But
he's not doing anything.
He's not doing anything yet because there's nothing in the trash. But there's nothing to do with Reclaiming from the Deep yet either. I think I'm just going to get Electrical Storm out and just get some generalized damage going. And go ahead and choose Forming. We'll do some damage to Citizen Dawn and Portal Fiend. And I got a Cleansing Downpour. Yeah, so this is exactly why Tempest is pretty best. Tempest can be amazing at dealing damage, but Tempest can also be a healer. And that's awesome. Sometimes in the same turn.
I'm going to be the healer now.
And then you have it. Okay. Yeah, so at this point now, I am going to Mind Spike. Because why wouldn't I at this point?
You could rest the mind on the Portal Fiend, but more useful later on.
I considered that, but yeah, again, if it's not doing any damage at this point, the odds of it still being around. And then I'm just going to do...
I would control the decks, personally.
Yeah, you don't want me to get rid of...
one hit point. She can have that all day long. Okay. We're doing way more than 1 hit point of damage every round. So.
All right, so we got a Healing Light and a Blinding Blast.
I give her the 10 hit points. Blinding Blast is the worst.
There we go. Prophetic Vision. So that's where we're starting to get into some of her heavy deck management.
Yeah, so now you can manage both the environment and the villain.
All right, Ethereal Bonds, hit me. Wow, that'll do.
Gonna hit. Yeah, I guess we can choose who it's gonna hit. Oh no, it hits the highest.
It's
well,
the highest.
Well, that's fine. He doesn't need to deal damage.
Yeah, I was gonna say between Visionary and Legacy, those two are all right as long as it's not messing with Tempest.
All right, now we're getting going with Night Mist. So I'm gonna get Master of Magic out.
Yeah, so Sircruz is saying, Sircruz is saying you guys are going to regret that 1 hit point later.
Well, we'll see.
We will see.
I think I would regret more discarding 2 cards and taking 2 energy damage. For everyone. 3 energy damage. All right, I'm going to put out Master of Magic, which lets Night Mist gain hit points every time she plays a spell. And I'll take a look at what I got. Same as before, of course. I think I'm going to... Do I have another... I don't actually have another spell I want to play, except Mistbound, which is a good card. So I think I will grab the Mist form to have it, because then you have it.
Because then you have it.
An Elder Ring with a 3 can go on top. Tempest is selecting damage. His favorite thing.
There we go. All right. I really deeply dislike Ethereal Bonds.
Well, you could flash flood them.
I could
or
flash
the
flood
thing is,
both of them.
Rest the mind on Ethereal Bonds. This is a trick. If you rest the mind on Ethereal Bonds,
you can do it at...
You can aim it at Citizen Dawn, and then Citizen Dawn can't deal damage.
I love it. I love this plan. I'm excited to be a part of it. All right, I'm going to get out Otherworldly Resistance. And then I'm going to Squall.
Wah!
Not Squeal. Close.
So I think children can squall. That's a thing. Babies.
Yeah, not really.
Baby squall. Baby smell.
They do. Some of them do. Some of them smell. Baby smell. Oh, Dr. Oh, crap. No, I can't remember his last name. Alan.
Dr. Grant.
Dr. Grant.
My dear Dr. Sattler.
Dr. Grant. Dr. Sattler. Welcome to Jurassic Park.
We're not even in the right environment for that.
I know. It's a bummer.
All right. I'm going to grab Danger Sense. Actually, if I grab Danger Sense, we want to make sure that the Ethereal Bonds will actually try to deal damage. So I'm going to get lead from the front instead. Because if Ethereal Bonds, if it's targeting something that's immune to damage, you won't be able to redirect it. So.
You see, now I'm watching the chat, because since they're behind, they're still at me quoting Ghostbusters. They haven't even gotten to us quoting Jurassic Park yet. That's hilarious.
All right. Well, it might still make sense for Legacy to use his power for everyone to get a hit point. You think? Versus like 1 damage to Dawn from Tempest.
What are we talking about?
I'm talking about what power. Who am I going to give the power usage to? I'll do the thing. I think I'll give it to Legacy. He's tanking for us, so he needs the extra hit points. So he can't deal damage, but he can still heal everyone.
All right, so yes, I like that idea. So we're going to go ahead. Well, here, let's just read this real quick. So Prophetic Vision, this is a way to, control the environment deck. You can see the top 3 cards and then 1 on top, 2 on the bottom. And I think I'm going to hold that in reserve, because if I can rest the mind on the Ethereal Bonds and get the Ethereal Bonds to stop Citizen Dawn from dealing damage, or if she gets a Citizen out, like a high damage Citizen, that might be a good way to go as well.
And I would still, using her power on the villain deck is always good, because she might be setting up a devastating Aurora.
That is a good point.
Yep, there it is.
Yep. And all it's going to cost us is getting out a Citizen Truth.
I'd rather have... Yeah, I mean, I don't want either of those things.
Yeah.
But Devastating Aurora needs to go away.
All right, so there's Foresight, which is basically the Prophetic Vision, but for her own deck.
The chat was suggesting I let you destroy the ongoing.
Yeah, well, yeah. I think that is still in the cards at some point.
Oh ho!
Oh, wink, wink, nudge, nudge. But
all right, so we've got Ghostly Images, which is very thematic with
Indeed.
Old-Timey Legacy. So actually, I think the legacy on this card is like the legacy before Greatest Legacy. I think he's like World War I legacy, isn't he?
Interesting. That is a really good question. We should
It's
ask.
got a different helmet, and that bunker. We haven't seen that bunker anywhere before.
Yeah.
It's his gas mask. So yeah, oftentimes you just press choose form for this decision, but sometimes you want to think about like
who typically has one shot.
Who typically has one shots, and like what's the worst that could happen if one of them gets played, or maybe what's the best that could happen. Maybe we could destroy Ghostly Images, or maybe we would have to destroy Ghostly Images if Tempest played his one shot, right?
Yeah.
I'm not sure. Let's go with Legacy first. He just hits himself. Night Mist and Tempest could both have one shots that destroy things. The Visionary, I would go for next. Ooh,
nice.
We can avoid Citizen Truth.
Yeah. So
we
all
can
right.
bury
Excellent.
Citizen Truth.
So yeah, we got Citizen Blood. At the end of the villain turn, this card deals the hero target with the lowest HP one melee damage, and then stuff if Sweat and Tears are in play. And then Channel Eclipse. End of the villain turn, Citizen Dawn deals herself 2 cold damage at the start of the villain turn. Play another card.
I would go ahead with Channel the Eclipse.
Yeah, that's what I was leaning
because
towards.
we can just get rid of it. She'll deal herself damage, and then we can get rid of it.
Yeah, because I still have I can get rid of 2 ongoings. So
yeah, I mean Citizen Blood is like I don't really care about him, but
yeah, it's not a terrible citizen as citizens go, but
may as well have no citizens. And then here I don't think the order is going to matter. So and Elder Ring is damage. Ooh, into the Stratosphere. There you go. We know the villain deck for 2 turns in a row now.
Love it. All right, so yeah, it doesn't really matter because we're gonna rest its mind and send it out at Citizen Dawn.
You get to do it probably one more time. Even though she's not going to deal damage anyways, because we know what she's going to do. I guess she does her regular damage, so.
So, Colossu, yes, GI Bunker and Legacy. I'm hoping that this wasn't already discussed up there. But yes, they are from World War II. But what we're talking about is that if you look at the artwork on the card that was just played, Ghostly Images, we have a Legacy and a Bunker that we are not familiar with. We've got a Legacy that almost looks like a World War I Flying Ace kind of Legacy. He's got a different helmet, and he's got the sort of scarf. And then we've got a gas mask Bunker. Now, remember, we live in a world with multiple timelines. So there is no guarantee that these have to be our World War I or even our World War II Legacy and Bunker. These guys could be from a shattered timeline or possibly a realm of discord, as it were.
All right. So let's see. So now I'm thinking of what I want to do. I've got lots of different equipment options for Night Mist. I still don't have a lot of spells, so I could go for the Tome of Elder Magic, but the problem is my base power is so much better than using that. I'm not going to play Mist Form.
That was not me voting. That was me accidentally clicking on something and I clicked off of it. I was trying to scroll that area.
I do always like the Amulet of the Elder Gods, but this version of Night Mist doesn't have nearly as much card draw as regular Night Mist, so it's not as easy to use that card. I think I'm going to put the Starshield necklace in play so I can do some healing as I wish. All right. Just a couple Scouring Mists and Enlightenment. Enlightenment is great because I can draw a bunch of cards. or someone can draw a bunch of cards. So actually, I'm going to take that Enlightenment, and for next turn, it's a spell, and so I can put that in the top, and then I can put this. So it's going to reveal the top card of my deck, and let me draw that many cards. And so I'll put that 4 on top.
Nice.
And then I'm going to discard a tome for 4 hit points.
And yeah, so that was what they were saying is I could Flash Flood, but now I don't actually need to because there's only one ongoing, and I could Mental Divergence that. I have both Prophetic Vision and Foresight, so I can control any other deck I want if I want to play one of, like, Prophetic Vision is a one-shot, so you play it and it happens. Foresight is an ongoing with a power.
Foresight is for your own deck.
Right. Yeah, Prophetic Vision is the environment deck. So, let's see. I think I might Cleansing Downpour, actually.
Yeah, I don't mind that.
Just cause. I mean, why? You know, if there's nothing else really ridiculous that I needed to get done, why not just heal everybody up and take a breather here?
I'm okay with that.
Oh, and I got a Localized Hurricane. Done. Favorite card. Best card ever.
Okay. Now for Legacy. I think I am just going to do some punching. So I'm going to Thok Citizen Dawn and get a Bolster Allies, which is great.
Nice.
And then I'm going to...
Yeah, I know it's twice this game so far, Lou Dolphin, that I opted out of damage dealing.
I'm gonna jerk Legacy again because this is working really well for us.
Am I turning over a new leaf? Is this a new Jeremy?
A Healy Jeremy?
What can I say? All this travel is putting me in a different kind of mood. Yeah, that's the thing. The travel's not even over. Next Tuesday, we're all headed towards the West Coast again. I actually was realizing it. I was trying to get myself back on East Coast time, and I was like, why am I even doing that? In another week, I'm going to be back on the West Coast. All right. Yeah, I think I'm going to Prophetic Vision.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea.
Ooh, time flies.
The thing about Time Flies is it'll let her play an unknown card.
Yeah. And I mean, especially if you compare it with Imbued Frailty, which is basically just a booster.
And actually, that would let her play 2 unknown cards because this would make her play. It's really good we found this because it would let her play. We know she's going to be playing.
Not Luminous Leadership, whatever the other one was.
Yeah, the blah blah blah. The one where she plays a card at the start of the turn. That's the important thing.
You're
so
right.
if she plays this, if Time Flies lets her play that at the start of a turn, she immediately plays another card, and then plays a card.
Quote of the night. This is the Shattered Timelines Jeremy promo.
Yeah. So I would vote for Imbued Frailty.
Yeah, I agree. Let's just look at Spinning Vortex so people will see it too. When the card enters play, each player may destroy any number of ongoing and/or equipment cards. Any hero with ongoing and/or equipment cards in play deals themselves 3 sonic damage. So that's also not a super fun card. All right, so Imbued Frailty, and then we'll put Time Flies on the bottom.
I normally love Time Flies, but
yeah, me too.
Against Citizen Dawn or say Omnitron, anyone that does extra things at the start of the
limits,
turn,
but for everybody.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. All right, and then so then I'm gonna go ahead and mentally diverge the Luminous Leadership, unless you think that it really makes sense for us to look at the top 2. We know.
No, I think that makes sense.
Yeah. Okay.
And then she won't get 1 hit point. And we'll be safe. There you go, Twist the Ether.
Twist the Aether.
Very handy card.
Honestly, once Shattered Timelines, just to jump into to chat again, people are talking about Iron Legacy with Shattered Timelines. I'm really interested to see some now, like when you can fight Iron Legacy over and over again in the digital game without consequence, without wasting a board game night trying to fight him. I'm interested to see if people start to uncover some new interesting synergies that can take him down. Because I think that's one of the bonuses of the digital version is you can sort of experiment with different combinations and just sort of mess around, and I think that'll help people sort of learn some new ways to take on Iron Legacy. That's my opinion.
That's a good opinion.
Yep.
Let's ethereally bond Citizen Dawn once again. And that's going to be the end of those ethereal bonds, which have been pretty handy for us.
Yes. It's a twist. What a twist. What was that from? Oh, it's from Robot Chicken, I think, right? Right? Oh my god, how do you say that? Pisticine? Pisticine?
All right, so unfortunately, the Channel of the Eclipse, she didn't deal damage because she can't deal damage. But that's
right.
We do want to get rid of that, so that's something I think we'll have Legacy help Visionary do. Or I could just Mistbound. No, we had a plan. I was going to Enlightenment. So if I use Enlightenment, who wants to draw 4 cards besides Night Mist? Anyone?
Yeah, I mean, Tempest doesn't need them because I'm about to get Localized Hurricane out. So
yeah,
I'm gonna be,
Visionary's got something to play.
The cards will be flowing.
Yeah, so Night Mist will Enlighten herself. Ooh, Oblivion. All sorts of handy stuff.
Two Oblivion.
And a Heedless Lash. Excellent. All right, so I am going to put Heedless Lash on top, so I draw it, so I can play it next turn. And then I think I'm going to want the Amulet as the bonus play for that. So I'm going to put the Amulet next. And now I can discard for health.
All right, John. Stall for time. I'll be right back.
Do 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 do. I will stall for time by voting for things that Tempest should do, but he can't because you're not there. I'll see what the chat is talking about. Mario Fanatic suggests a combo for Iron Legacy being Team Leader Tachyon, Visionary, and Fanatic.
Okay, sorry,
Not
I
a
didn't
bad
take as long
idea.
as I thought it was going to take.
Generally, that Freedom 6 team is pretty good against Iron Legacy. They are designed against him.
Yeah.
Though as teams go, on the tabletop, I highly recommend the Prime Wardens as a team. They are ridiculous. They synergize so well together.
Yeah, that's what I think. I remember you saying that. You know, that when you play them all together, like their powers don't seem like they make a whole lot of sense.
Yeah, by themselves they don't make a lot of sense. But working together, it's nuts. Because like Tempest does himself so much damage, but then like he's getting healed by other people, and like Haka can heal him with a Haka Restoration, for example. You know, or all kinds of stuff. So.
All right, so I don't think we need to bother getting rid of that Channel of the Eclipse just yet.
Well,
I'm saying with Tempest, because we can get rid of it with.
He can't get rid of it anyway.
Visionary. That's right. That's Flashlight is environment cards. Yep. Never mind. All right. Well, Localized Hurricane's coming out anyway. Slice it, and then I'm going to.
Yeah, Localized Hurricane is good power too.
Yeah. So I'm going to do 4 damage to Citizen Dawn. And I guess I'll do the other to the Portal Fiend, because that's actually going to start dealing... Oh, and there's a Chain Lightning. Excellent. Another Reclaim from the Deep. And a Shielding Winds. Excellent.
All right, so Legacy's going to be letting Visionary use a power. I'll bolster allies to give everyone some more options. Oh, I didn't want to do that. I wanted to...
You want to back up?
I forgot that I didn't want to have... Yeah, let's back up. I didn't want to have Night Mist draw a card. I should have organized that differently. How do I have Heroic Interception? Did I have Heroic Interception in my hand before? I guess I did. I don't remember that. I'll play Danger Sense.
Yeah, I was going to say, I don't think there's any other choice besides Danger Sense that makes too much sense. Because you want to save Heroic Interception for a time when it's...
Yeah, when it's needed.
More important.
All right, the Visionary. You may use a power.
right, so I'll take this opportunity to get rid of that Channel the Eclipse. And then that way I can... The heck's the name of her base power? Turmoil.
Turmoil.
Right. All right, so... What do we think? Twist Citizen's Ether?
I like putting it on the villain, because then you can reduce their damage.
Yeah. I like it. All right, and then let's go ahead and Turmoil her. So we can make sure we're not going to get any more... Yeah, healing
like
light.
Return. Yeah, let's not have Return with the Dawn.
Ooh, suggestion. Love it.
She's going to have a deck just like stacked with awfulness.
Yep.
Because we're putting everything... Letting her play the stuff that isn't so bad. And Portal Fiend, no big deal. Time crawls.
Ugh, yeah, this is... I always... Like, literally, I don't think I've ever played a game where Time Crawls comes out that I haven't had to rewind at least once. Because I always forget that I'm going to lose...
Well, Tempest can destroy it, so...
Are you immune to anything in particular?
No, damage type doesn't matter, just reduce it.
Right.
It'll be 0, I think, with the Twist the Ether, Fortitude, and Time Crawls reducing it.
So we have a question. Out of curiosity, how high can the plus damage theoretically go? With Parse and Haka, is there a point where it can break?
I think if you go past integers on computers, so probably 32 or 64-bit, depending on the platform you're playing on. It's pretty high.
I mean, we've seen, like, people have sent us screenshots of, like, 200 and 300 damage at a time.
Yeah, so about 4 billion. So it'll take you a long time to do that.
Challenge issued. Deal 4 billion damage.
It's probably 2 billion because it's signed. And then if it's 64-bit, then, yeah, Heat Death of the Universe. All right, so, yeah, so I think we're planning to have Tempest get rid of Time Crawls with his Flash Flood, right?
Yes, I'm going to Flash Flood and get rid of both of those.
Yeah, I think that makes sense. So I will use Heedless Lash to get a hit point and put Amulet of the Elder Gods into play. And we'll hit Citizen Dawn. So that is a great card that lets me discard cards in order to redirect damage the first time each turn.
Yep.
Which can save, an unlimited amount of damage, which is nice. Potentially. I can get rid of my other one for 3 health. And chat is discussing how they're going to get to 4 billion.
Nice. Yeah, it may be that you have to wait until some additional heroes come out that can really do some serious manipulation.
Oh, you can do it right now, right? Because you can have Haka continue to play Haka of Battle without
dealing damage. Right.
You can have, there's some incapacitated abilities that say increase the next damage dealt by a hero by 2. Just keep doing that forever. So you can already do unlimited damage.
All right, so the environment is wiped. I'm going to localize Hurricane on Citizen Dawn. Do we have any? We don't have any redirections out, do we?
Well, there is Night Mist, but I don't know if it's.
Yeah, is it going to boost it or anything? Or
it won't be boosted. I just see if I have 2 cards I want to discard. I mean, I could. It's 3 damage. That's not bad. Throw it over there into Night Mist. And I will discard a Planar Banishment and an Elder Ring. And Citizen Dawn can take more localized hurricanes. If you had Genebound Shackles, that'd be... There we go. Genebound Shackles would be 5 damage.
Yes.
Yeah, once Final Wasteland comes, Absolute Zero can do an infinite amount of damage as well. Because he can knock himself to minus hit points arbitrarily without getting destroyed and then coolant blast out that amount of damage.
Oh, so funny story from my trip to Casual Connect, real quick. While you're deciding what to do with Legacy, I had put out. I actually, for the first time ever, I took with me to one of these industry events cards from the actual card game. You know, usually I have sort of something to talk about the game and the video game and whatever. And I had taken, so I took my Legacy deck, my Baron Blade deck, and my Megalopolis deck, and I had them sort of spread out on the table to sort of show, like, okay, this is the card game that the video game is from. And at one point on, I think it was Thursday, I had to like step away for a half an hour. I wanted to go to a session, so I was like, oh hey, to my next door neighbor, can you just watch our table for a while I'm gone? And they did, but apparently they weren't watching close enough, because people apparently thought that the game cards were like literature about the game. I came back and like 2/3 of my Megalopolis deck is gone. My Legacy character card, my Baron Blade character card. I don't know how many of my other of the actual deck cards from either of them is gone. But those people are going to get home and they're going to be like, why do I have this random card from this card game? Because it was not literature about the video game.
It's a promotional, definitely a great promotional item.
Yeah. Whoops. But I'd rather they take that than my laptop, so I guess that's something.
That's true. Yay, inspiring presents. So you'll just get a replacement deck.
Yeah, I think I know some. I think I have.
You know a guy
with the people who might be able to get that, make that happen.
You know a guy.
I know a guy. I want you to do this for me. I want you to run and hide. Is that what you were doing? You doing Ocean's 11?
No, I was doing.
Andy Garcia from Ocean's 11.
Ant-Man.
Oh, nice. So you're. I'm going way back.
I'm not going way back at all.
Yeah. All right. So
I'm done breaking into places and stealing stuff.
What do you need me to do? I need you to break into a place and steal some stuff.
I thought it was interesting that I felt like the line was better in the trailer when it was stuff than in the movie when it was shit.
Yeah.
Like I don't know. It was more funny when it was stuff. It just seemed like not that I care about obviously saying shit. Sorry, anyone listening who cares about that. It just didn't ring as well. I don't know.
All right. So I'm bouncing back and forth here between precognition and suggestion. I feel like the safer play is probably suggestion, because we can pull one of the cards out of the trash that we don't hate, as opposed to some of the cards that we've been banishing to the bottom of the deck.
Yeah, suggestion is great because you can also take a citizen from there.
Yeah, take a citizen and banish it. So I think that's what I'm going to do. All right, so what do we want to do? Like a healing light or...
Luminous leadership.
Luminous leadership, yeah, that's only one. All right,
and
so
then
we'll do that, and then who's the worst citizen? Hammer?
Anvil.
Anvil?
Well, the thing is, Anvil will pull Hammer out of the trash if he does make it into play. So maybe put, like, Winter. Hammer maybe, so if Return with the Dawn somehow comes out, then Anvil can't grab Hammer from the trash.
Yeah, I like that. All right, and we'll put Luminous Leadership on top. And yeah, there's nothing else for me to do, so I guess I'll just Turmoil. This isn't on again, and maybe we can even... Yep. I think I know what I'm going to do. Keep Luminous Leadership on the top and banish that Devastating Aurora. If we look at the bottom of her deck right now, we know there's 2 Devastating Auroras. Like,
yeah, if we get to the bottom, we're going to lose.
Maybe we should have Tachyon experiment on her. All right, we got another Portal Fiend. And actually, the Portal Fiend now is actually in danger of becoming dangerous. Right? Because isn't it based on the number of environment cards in the trash?
The thing is, it's going to go after Night Mist as long as she's the highest, and she can redirect it.
Ah.
So we can make sure to have Night Mist be the highest, and she can have the Portal Fiend attacking. All
right, well, yeah, so I was going to say, in that case, then, we should go ahead and hit...
Night Mist can heal herself to be the highest.
Okay.
Our Legacy can heal her, like, we have ways. They're both at 25 now.
Yep.
I mean, and if it happens to go after Legacy, he's immune to the environment anyways. All right, so we don't know what's on top now, right? Or we do? No, we don't.
We don't. Yeah, Luminous Leadership has been played.
And I don't know what's in Night Mist deck because I bolstered allies and did other stuff last turn instead of that. So I'm thinking of just playing Mistbound, and then we don't need to worry about Citizen Dawn for a turn.
Yeah, the new damage selector UI has been out since... There's something wrong with the viewer list on Twitch. It says there's only 3. Has been out since
Infernal Relics.
Infernal Relics expansion shipped.
Yeah, I think I'm going to Mistbound. So Master of Magic gives me a health, and I'll discard a couple cards. Don't need Mist Form right now. Don't need Scouring Mists. Citizen Dawn cannot play cards. I like that you can choose a hero to not play cards. Just to be like, haha, take that. And let's make some plans. Ooh, another Mistbound. I'm okay to just take that and play that next turn. So Mistbound is coming out. And then let's have the Oblivion on top. Enlightenment on top. I will see how much hit points. I have 2 hit points left to earn. I will just not discard a card. Mischief managed. Are you just being very quiet, Jeremy?
I am. I'm like reading things and looking up stuff.
Okay.
So I'm back now, though. All right. So, yeah, I think Gene Bound.
Gene Bound's a good call.
Almost always the right call. And then we'll go ahead and localize Hurricane.
And bounce that off Night Mist. So we'll have both this bounce, and we'll have Portal Fiend also attacking Citizen Dawn for like all kinds of bonus damage. Because I do have enough cards to discard for this and for that. I won't be able to do Mistbound next turn, but that's okay.
Spite is creepy. I don't like playing against Spite.
Do you think you have enough cards, Tempest? Need more cards.
Always the more. Ooh,
let's do more damage.
Stratosphere. Excellent.
Do we want to destroy Luminous Leadership? I guess we don't actually have to look at Citizen Dawn's deck because she can't play cards. So I'm going to continue to punch Citizen Dawn.
Yeah, knock her down.
And our heroes are getting to full hit points. This is a pretty good beatdown on Citizen Dawn.
All right, so I think at this point,
I mean, you could play Precognition.
Yeah, I think that's what I'm going to do.
And get ready for, like, later when she will be able to play cards.
All right, so we got Citizen Battery. End of villain turn, card deals the hero target with the highest HP 3 energy damage, and then boosts from Assault. Sweat. At the end of villain turn, destroy 1 hero ongoing card, which annoys me. And then Dare. Increase damage dealt 2 hero targets by 1.
Yeah, either Battery or Dare.
Yeah.
They'll be... Dare will be, like, swept away by a gust of wind.
Yeah, I think it's going to be Dare. Because, I mean, especially with the height of our hit points currently.
Yeah, like when other characters are out, he's pretty dangerous, but by himself, he doesn't do much.
All right, so what do we... Should I go ahead and Turmoil then, or should I get rid of
If you want to look at the environment, or you could get rid of Luminous, either one.
Yeah, actually, let's do that. Let's look at the environment. We haven't done much environment control here. Let's see. Explosive Bubbles and Ethereal Bonds. Neither great choices. Although, I guess in this case...
Well, Ethereal Bonds, we could do the redirect thing, but the problem is Portal Fiend will do it. Will go first. Actually, Portal Fiend we can send over to Legacy, and then we can have Night Mist redirect Ethereal Bonds instead. So
put Ethereal Bonds on top?
Yeah. Then we'll have it hit Citizen Dawn. This is ridiculous. This is like this team is playing with Citizen Dawn.
All right, so...
And yeah, Legacy's immune. Bonds come out. And actually, I guess we could just give it to Legacy. Then I don't have to discard cards. I kind of don't want to discard cards.
Okay.
So then I can play Mistbound again. Which feels like cheating. Yeah, I think let's just have Citizen Dawn not be able to play cards again. And take a look at what I got. See, here's where you run into this Night Mist's problem, where she runs out of cards because she doesn't have that card draw engine. I could get... Yeah, Enlightenment is probably actually what I want. So I'll take Enlightenment and have it work on the call forth. Next turn.
All right. So
yeah, so both of those... Oh, so she's actually going to become lower than our heroes. But the Portal Fiend and Ethereal Bonds can both be... We can manipulate it so they target Legacy. So I don't think we need to worry about them too much if you want to do something else. Like, you could into the Stratosphere and just make her have more cards that don't matter on top of her deck whenever she gets to play.
Yeah. See, this is where, like, I'm starting to itch. I'm itching.
Just play Lightning Slash if you want.
Yeah, I want to just start dealing damage. Like, I want to...
Sure. I mean, that's fine.
But not even Lightning Slash. Like, I think I want to Chain Lightning and go after, everything.
Okay. The thing is, those, like, really don't matter to those other guys, but that's okay.
But it means I get to do more damage.
You do get to do more damage.
That's what I'm saying. Is that, like, you know, when I do that with Inspiring Presence and Genebound Shackles and etc. Like, I'm doing, like, I just did like 14. No, not 14. I did like 12 damage that turn right there. And
Visionary has another copy of Suggestion.
See, so there we go. I get to take that out, and then I'll do this against the Portal Fiend. And then everything is well within the realm of us taking... Oh, and I got another Chain Lightning. Grievous Hailstorm. And another Genebound Shackles. Man, if only Genebound Shackles wasn't limited. Whew. Yeah, right. I have switched. I'm no longer promo Jeremy. I'm back to regular vanilla Jeremy. Deal
Legacy
all the damage.
Is punching Legacy the maximum amount of punching. Maybe we'll end this game at full hit points. Against Advanced Citizen Dawn. You don't see that very much.
Achievement unlocked. Yeah, do I want to suggest? Just a suggestion.
So she's not going to play a card. There's that. So you don't even have to, but if you want to, you can. You could do damage.
I could do damage. Yeah, either Cerebral Hemorrhage or Psychic Maelstrom are both going to do
I would use those.
Damage.
Hit Citizen Dawn. We'll kill her next round.
Yeah.
She is not.
Yeah, Lou Dolphin. That was what I was initially going to do. I was going to suggest and then channel the clips on top, Citizen on the bottom, and then Channel the Eclipse was gonna play. Didn't we just drop something else right on top? I want to say we just put something else on top. So like.
No, we were going to, but then you didn't.
Oh, but then I didn't. Okay.
Well, we were gonna.
I could do it right
into
now.
the stratosphere, but we didn't.
Oh, right, we're gonna into the stratosphere. All right. And then.
So you can manipulate the environment again.
Yeah, I think that's a good call. Let's do that.
We know Dare's on top, and he's not a problem.
Ooh.
Yeah, so positive energy field is going to end up healing her.
Yeah.
More than us.
Yeah, indeed, vitality.
Let's go fight crime. There, and you can rest the mind on a portal fiend.
Oh, Luma's leadership. We can take that out with hit points now. I don't know that I've actually played in this environment where it's actually worked out for in our favor to get this out.
Yeah, it can be good against certain villains that have bad ongoings, like Boss or Dawn.
Yeah, or Backlash Field. Anyone? Living Force Field.
All right. I guess all I have is enlightenment. I shall enlighten myself. I don't think I'm going to get another turn, though. Let's go for a 3-1 Oblivion play.
Silence.
What are you clicking?
Sorry, I'm getting a mint.
Thanks, a mint.
All right. Choose for me. Oh, Gene-bound shackles, you're so good to me. More bonds. Portal feeds down to 1. Yeah, we're gonna lightning slash Citizen Dawn for 8.
For 8 damage. Yeah, this localized hurricane will finish it if you choose to do that.
All right, so new achievement unlocked. Get to this point in the game, and then lose.
You'd have to. I mean, that's easy. You just try to lose.
Did people get to see the new win-loss screen last week?
It was in progress.
It was in progress. All right.
It is now done. So enjoy.
Check it out. Yeah. So this was actually much closer to what our original ideas of what this screen would look like way back when we were first designing it. But we sort of ended up. Well, there's a couple of things that happened. One, there were more important things, and 2, there was time issues. And 3, it was just like, let's get some placeholder in place and we can deal with this. I think we actually said back then, let's deal with it when we get to multiplayer, because we know that there's going to be more that needs to get done to this screen at that time. There's obviously still a ton of other stuff we really still want to do, like adding statistics to the screen, cards played, rounds played, et cetera, number of times won with this hero, maybe, I don't know. There's all sorts of, we've actually, aside from what we want to do, we've also fielded a ton of requests from you guys out there about what you'd like to see on the screen, and we're slowly filtering through all of that. So.
Yep. So we continue to make improvements.
Indeed. All right. So, sorry, Citizen Dawn, you're out. All right. It is only 9:06. We could probably afford to do another one. You want to do another one?
Sure.
I think for this case, I'm going to switch my avatar. I'm going to be Mad Bomber Blade now. Be a yellow Mad Bomber Blade. Ra, God of the Sun.
Then we should play against Mad Bomber Blade.
Let's see what we got. We got Advanced Mad Bomber Blade. At the end of the villain turn, the top H -2 cards of the villain deck are placed under this card. So, yeah, right. So for those who don't know about Mad Bomber Blade, the mechanic of cards in the trash switches a bit. In regular Baron Blade, the cards in the trash are the possible victory condition, but on Mad Bomber, the cards in the trash are the amount of... actually, that's on the flip side, that it's the cards in the trash that deal the damage, right? Yeah. So cards under him are the amount of damage he deals as he's building up his bomb. And then when he flips, it's the number of cards in the trash that is the X that fuels his damage dealing.
Yep.
So.
All right. We should not, after having such a deck manipulator heavy game, we should have a game with no deck manipulation.
Okay.
So choose heroes that cannot manipulate the villain deck, and then we will have a lot of trouble.
Yes. How about...
Oops, sorry.
Yeah, I feel like it should be none of the heroes from the last game as well. That should be a thing. So I'll do Absolute Zero.
I will take Ra, Horus of Two Horizons.
And...
AKA Beardy Ra.
Yeah. Sure.
Haka. And interesting things, the Argent Adept does not have villain deck manipulation.
That is true.
So let's see how he does in this match.
Ooh, and Ruins of Atlantis. I dig Ruins of Atlantis a lot. It's just crazy enough that I have fun with it. You know, like I'll think I'll know what's happening, and then all of a sudden, like Pillars of Hercules will come out or something.
Yeah, I enjoy it a lot. And of course, Baron Blade is trying to blow it up.
The bombs are scattered everywhere. You cannot win. All right, let's see what we got here. Absolute Zero, starting with the Cold Snap, Cryo Chamber, Fuel Freeze, and Horfire. So no setup.
That's okay. Cold
Ra's
Snap.
got
Cold
Flame
Snap's good.
Spike. Yep, Flame Spike, Flesh of the Sun God, Imbued Fire, and Wrathful Gaze. Haka's got a Ground Pound, Haka of Battle, Haka of Restoration, and Vitality Surge. Interesting start. And Argent Adept's got a Punk News Drum, Counterpoint Bulwark, Inventive Preparation, and
Muzaragni's Harp.
Mizaragni's Harp. Indeed. All right. Let's see what.
Not bad. Couple songs, couple instruments.
Okay, so Blade starts off dealing damage based on cards underneath his character card, which is 0. But if Legacy was in the game, you would see that it would be 1, because that, you know, even when he's dealing 0 damage, it still boosts for Nemesis. And then basically any card that has hit points gets immediately sort of put underneath his card to start fueling his bombs. Living Force Field. All right, yeah. So this is already he's going to start dealing 4 damage next turn.
I haven't played against Baron Blade, Bomber Blade in Realm of Discord, because Imbued Vitality would cause his ongoings and stuff to go underneath him too.
Oh wow, that would be interesting. I'll have to remember that for next time.
Yeah, and so when he flips over, he does destroy X hero ongoing equipment cards too. So it can be brutal for our heroes.
All right, good. Onboard module installation, so I can start getting set up next turn. And that Cold Snap will start dealing a little bit of damage, which is good. I'm going to sneeze.
Well, I can make us immune to his fire damage.
Whew.
I'm going to do that. We are immune to fire damage. Take that, Bomber Blade, with your bomby bombs.
All right. Yeah, I mean, I like ground pound, but not this early, because then I'm basically going to gut his entire deck. Don't need vitality surge.
Yeah, he's not going to do us damage anyways.
Yeah, I think I'm just going to
Haka
battle, and then if I like what I get, I'll just keep most of them.
Yep, it's good for card draw.
Yeah, I'm just going to get rid of Haka Restoration, because I'm not going to use it this early in the game, and then stop, and then that'll be that. And then I've got some decent stuff that I can use.
Okay. So I think I love Inventive Preparation because it lets me play cards. So what I'm going to do is get that out, and next turn get the drum out so we can start having bonus card plays happen. So I'm going to play that, and then I'll go ahead and use this Perform. The Perform on Inventive Preparation lets us all look at the top card of our deck and decide if we want to keep it. Basically, Tachyon's base power,
yeah,
for everyone. I don't want to discard Blazing Tornado, and I don't want to discard Alacritus Subdominant. I want those cards.
All right, so I'm gonna keep that, and then punish the weak.
So yes, I will be helping lots of card plays happen, which is probably my favorite thing for Argent Adept to do. The power stuff is good, but extra card plays is just crazy good.
Yeah.
Yes, so 4 damage to no one. I know what power I'm going to be using for Ra all the time.
Yeah, especially after 1 or 2 more turns, and he's doing 10 damage at a pop. Oh, wonderful.
Hasten the doom.
Yep, never fun. Man. Whew. Quite a Baron Blade turn.
Oh man. This is brutal.
Yeah, it is. Holy cow. Yeah, I mean, yeah.
Unless you need it.
I mean, it's 1 damage. Or,
yeah.
It's 1 damage, and he's got Living Force Field out. So
yeah, I have another Flesh the Sun God, so I'm going to destroy that. But I want to keep that song. So. Oh, and Leaking Room is +2.
Oh god, that's electro damage. So this is the anti-first game that we're playing right now. He now has 9 cards underneath.
Well, I'm going to continue. Oh, wait, no. Hero cards can't be played. We have to go back. We have to go back.
We've got to go back. Where am I going back to?
I think it was his play a card phase, right? Yeah. Sorry. We have to go back. We'll die. We will be destroyed if we aren't immune to fire damage.
Yeah.
So we have to go through this. Come on, chat room. You got to help us out here. It's our second game.
Yeah, there's the Lost again. Gotta go back. Gotta go back.
Yeah, so that's why I was like, maybe we shouldn't destroy. We can destroy that. No, we don't want to destroy that. So we'll get rid of Cold Snap. And then skip. So 1 more damage, but it's going to save us like a lot of damage. At least 10. Well, at least 9, and then maybe more. Though, of course, Absolute Zero enjoys that fire damage at times. So you can't play cards, so you may as well just skip.
Yeah, so remember that issue you were having earlier?
Oh, are you having the issue?
Yeah, I can't skip.
Let's go back to the start of Absolute Zero's turn. And try again.
Nope.
Uh.
Yeah, I'm really not looking forward to going through all of Baron Blade's turn again.
Yeah, there's still a bug in here somewhere. It seems to... Yeah, we're going to have to go back. Let's go back to the start of Baron Blade's turn. And do it again. And why don't we just leave Cold Snap out? Skip it all.
All right. Why not? Who needs all these hit points?
I feel like it might have to do with that devious disruption causing that bug. But I'm going to skip. Let's just hit skip, and it should be okay, hopefully. 8 damage.
We've now done this turn 3 times. It was 6, then 7, then 8.
Now you get to do 0 damage. Can you skip?
Nope. Bummer.
It's like there's an off by 1 thing happening.
Evil Dice Monkey, she is an 8-year-old girl and she lived here with no weapons and no training. Why don't you put her in charge? Man, we're all about the classic movies tonight. Yeah, I'm trying. I see you voting for skip, but I can't do it.
Yeah, I know.
All right, I'm just gonna deal myself 1 cold damage. Oh, I can't even do that.
No, it's not. It doesn't have to do with skip.
Oh, I see. Okay.
It has to do with the game thinks that there's something else that has to do first. So.
I mean, should we try backing up one more time and go all the way back to the environment turn, or Arjunatev's turn? Because we still have all that.
We can back up to Arjunatev's turn. We shouldn't have to, yeah. The problem is happening again. The only thing I think it's being caused by devious disruption, because obviously that's working, right?
Mm-hmm.
So we could try destroying everything with devious disruption and maybe that would do it, but I feel like there's something getting screwed up there to do with devious disruption. So we'd have to somehow prevent him from playing that, and I don't think we can do that. So if you want to try, we can try destroying all the things. Oh wait, we'd have to go back to his card play, right? I guess you can try now, so again if you want. But it's probably not going to work.
Nope. Alright, so end of Arjunate's turn?
Baron Blade, play a card. Yeah, like I'm looking at the log and seeing like this is decision number 19.
As always, much appreciation for the chat room for bearing with us while we do live bug testing.
Yeah, so devious disruption, we decide who's going to destroy a card, number 21. So let's choose absolute 0. Now we have decision 22. You destroyed a card. Ross is 24, whereas decision 23. That's interesting.
Yeah, so Colossu says maybe it is getting tripped up in the fact that the leaking room is preventing the card play.
It could be.
Which could be that it's.
I think we've seen issues with similar stuff.
Yeah, we had a test. It is indeed a devious disruption. Yes, indeed. We were having this issue just in a test game earlier that John couldn't skip.
Well, it ends up seeming like it has to do with skipping because that's what you try to do when you can't play a card often.
Yep. Yeah, and I can't use a power either, so it definitely sees that it's a use a power phase because it's letting me pull up the use a power dialogue, but
yeah, it's something to do with it's got to be either leaking room or devious disruption. So,
and I messed up, Ripley. I made a bad call. Sorry, me and Evil Dice Monkey are just quoting Alien back and forth.
I'll send a feedback.
Aliens.
To get all the data.
Yeah, so if this happens when you're playing in the public beta, come down here to this wonderful send beta feedback button. And you'll get this wonderful little beta feedback form, and you'll be able to let us know what's going on. It's not a bug, it's a feature. Oink, oink.
All right, that's exciting. Are we going to play another game?
See, 9:23. Might as well. Let's speed play. America's Finest Legacy.